Somehow I woke up out in Beverly, fucked up, smelling like that bourbon. And I end up alone. I'm not certain. Yeah, the girls impolite in the club every night. That's how it goes when you Hollywood perfect. Hollywood perfect.
Wagwan people, Lou Manny here, back again with another episode of the Barrow AFC Career Mode Season 4, and it is Premier League time. We have finally made it back to back promotions, and we are here in the Premier League. I'm so excited, I cannot wait to get started. On my transfer list, I have got so many players. I'm scouting so many players. What I'm looking at, because you know we want to make some changes, I'm thinking of goalkeeping change for sure. I also saw Danny DeCosta from the free agency, so I thought I'd throw him on there. But what I've looked at are the teams that were in the Prem that have now gone down alongside some of our own targets that we originally had. Nick Pope has just gone down to the Championship with Burnley. So that's a player that I'm very tempted to get in. Same with Coletta Carr, who's just gone down with Crystal Palace to the Championship. So that's another player that I'm very interested in. Niakite and Twan Zebe, I'm also going to keep an eye on. We've still got all of our old targets from last season. Jamal Lewis still is now available. Well, we don't know if he's available, but he's an option now that he's gone down with Burnley. Still got Hickey. Travis is a player that I was interested in. However, he's too important for the club and doesn't have a release clause, so we will not be able to buy him. We see some good growth in the likes of Ronaldo Vieira, players that we had been scouting previously. I've got a lot of young CDMs, Chalobah, Chowdhury, Garner. They're all players that I'm very interested in because I'd like another rotational CDM now that we've moved Tom Beadlin back to centre back. Also, I've got some wingers on the list because I'm going to run a secondary formation that we will be learning, getting used to throughout this season. So obviously still got Karamoko Dembele on there. Buendia's still in the Championship with Norwich, so he's a player that I was looking at. Raheem Harper is a player that I thought looked very interesting. He's 23.75 rated. He could potentially be a replacement for Austin Gale, should Austin Gale leave this season. However, if Austin Gale doesn't leave, then we won't need to worry about that. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, as I said before, could be a replacement. Same with Ryan Gravenberch. I'm torn between Rabi Matondo and Steffi Mavididi. I want to bring one of them in. Mavididi was originally the player that I was looking at bringing in because he's slightly higher rated, but he's also 2 years older. So that's another thing that I've got to keep looking at. Todd Cantwell can play on both wings, so he could be a decent option for us for our other formation. We have Morgan Gibbs-White, Joe Willock, Yao Carvalho, Yan Danda, Eberechi Eze, who has just gone down, so he's another interesting one. Silby, Ilasher, all as potential backup options for Elliot, or if Elliot leaves. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on Idris Kanu, seeing how he's going. We were debating whether to bring him back or not, but I don't know if I will. This is one that I really want to do, but because he's more expensive, I don't know if it's worth it right now. Maybe if we sell a big player, we could go in for Briolambolo. He has just gone down with Crystal Palace as well. So here's a player that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. I think this might be Zlatan Ibrahimovic's regen. I'm not 100% sure. I was going to scout him and see what he looks like. Jack Grealish is a player that I'm always interested in. Again, an expensive option. We've also got Pedro Neto and Ryan Kent on the list. So, the overview. They won a round of 16 stage of the FA Cup. They actually want us to finish mid-table in the Premier League, which is quite interesting. That's quite a high ceiling. I thought maybe fight to avoid relegation, but not finish mid-table, but I'm sure maybe we'll have the chance to do it. They want us to sign 4 players in the youth academy assigned to each position. We've had that one before, so we know about that one. Brand exposure that get a streak of 10 games with at least 1 goal scored this season. Should be easy enough. Sign 1 player of a different nationality from the one of the club. Again, should be able to get that done. Financial, they want us to make a 2.7k profit from youth player sales in 2 seasons. Again, should be pretty easy. I will now put up my... Well, I'll put them up in a second. 1 second. Right, so my initial objectives read as follows. I want to have a long FA Cup run this year. Try and get to either the semis, the quarters, or the semis, sorry. We've had absolutely incredibly strong teams up against us in the FA Cup, so we've been struggling to get past those days. Obviously, first season we had a run, we got City, had a very close game against them. Last season we had Liverpool. It was another close game, but they pretty much dominated us. We want to sell another important player, so the likes of Adamu, Gale, Elliott, maybe Harris. I might even contemplate Jules, not Ted and Mengi. I want to keep Ted and Mengi. We also want to strengthen our depth all over the pitch. We have a decent squad for the championship. Obviously, we got Buckley at 77 now. Yearwood's growing. He's a 72. We got Panzo off the bench. He's a 75. Aiden Allen and Jeffcott. They're good for the level we were at, but I think we need to step up our rotation a little bit more, so we need a little bit more depth. I want to sign a new starting left wing back or left back to replace Williams. I think he's a little bit too low rated for this level. Same as signing a new goalkeeper. And I also want to loan out most of the youth players that I don't think are going to get much playing time this season. And last but not least, again, I still want to sign or find that big leader at the back. We've got Tom Beadling at the minute, but the problem with Tom Beadling at the moment is obviously he's 69 rated. In the Premier League, 69 rated probably isn't going to cut it, so we probably do need to bring someone else in there that can play that a little bit better, play at that little bit of a higher level. We'll see what we can do. I'm probably looking at an older player that has experience in the Premier League, something like that. We are working with 46 million right now to start things, so a nice bit of money from the board backing us very nicely. We have an absolutely stacked youth setup right now. But I think I'm going to do it quickly now. We're going to look to loan out or put all the players on the loan list that I think probably won't get a lot of playtime this season. Scott Wilson we are going to put on the transfer list because I don't think he'll play. Same with Matthew Platt. They can both go. Dawson, I believe, is already going out on loan, yeah. Sanderson is a tempting one to keep. I think I'll put him on the loan list just in case. I don't think he'll play that much. I also need some more depth at right wing back because Harry Brockbank isn't quite at the level that we need. We've already got him there. Sam Perry I'm going to keep, and we're going to see what happens with him if he gets the potential. If someone comes in for him, then I might sell him, but well, I probably will sell him. Right, lots of stuff happening here. So we've got a Sumo Horo transfer offer. Talking about that. David Gibbons is out on loan. Dawson out on loan. Oh, we've got Lucimi coming in, and Hunt has left. I forgot we actually arranged that. Adesina says he's not enjoying his football. You've never played for us. Sanderson says he's happy to go on loan. McLaren's happy to go on loan. Wilson is happy we put him on the transfer list. Cool. Sumahoro, what are they saying? 14 million from Fiorentina for Sumahoro. I will negotiate. Don't particularly want to let Sumohara go, but like I say, I'm going to negotiate for everyone. I want to keep moving. Oh, they've still got... Nah, that's too bold, isn't it? There's no way they'd give him to me for that. They've got Thierry Correa. I wonder if we bring the price of this down. I don't know how much Correa is valued at. Say if we put like 8 million in Correa. Let's see what they say. Well, clearly Correa had decent valuation to him then, because they walked straight out on that one. It's looking like he's 31, I believe. Yeah, low, high, 5'11". Not the quickest, but he's got decent tackling on him. I mean, we either sell him or he'll play rotation, so not too bad. Something I did want to do actually at the beginning of this season, I did talk about last season, was I wanted to try and negotiate Austin Gale's release clause out of his contract if possible. Might be more important than possible signings. He's happy for a 2-year. I don't want a release clause. Please tell me what money you're looking for. He wants 31. I wonder if we'll bring that down to 25. Just don't want too much of a skip. I want 31 still. What about 28? I'm happy with 28. So there we go. We get Austin Gale's release clause out of his contract now. That's very useful. What's going on here? Boss, considering my contribution to the team and what you're playing other players, I feel like I should be on better money. I'd be grateful if you sit down. We will get to it eventually, Zach. I feel like that's probably going to start happening quite a lot now that I've renegotiated Thingy-ma-bobby's contract, Austin Gale's contract. We're going to go in and try and buy Nick Pope quickly because Watford are currently trying to buy him. He's not super expensive for an aging player. I wonder if I can lowball them here. They want 25. I'm not paying 25. What if we go up to 17? Go up to his valuation. They're not willing to budge on their valuation right now. I got to 18.5. They still are saying this is non-negotiable. I beg to differ. I'll put another million on there, 19.5. What was the offer that they accepted from Watford? I swear it was a lot cheaper than what they were just quoting me there. They're not happy with the amount that I've offered. They want 25.6 and a 5% sell-on clause. They have accepted. Do you know what? Since he's already accepted whatever he's getting at Watford, he can go to Watford. Let's quick sim this one, and we win 5-4 on pen, so we will be going to the final of the pre-season tournament against Galatasaray by the looks of things. So we're getting some nice little bit of money there, 2.7 mil. I'm going to put a fully rotated team out for this one because we almost come away with the win. Probably shouldn't have put a fully rotated team out, but I want to give the main boys a little bit of a rest. We do lose in the final. Probably my fault, but anyway, what are you going to do? At least we reached the final. I am going to have to actively... Oh, Sterling's loan's finished. He's only 75 rated and he's quite cheap. I want to see what Ferguson... I need to wait for a lot of scout reports to come back before I even really think of making any moves on anyone. So we are going to be... We're going to be patient. We don't want to rush in. One thing I am looking for is goalkeepers, though, actively. Right, loan offer here for Lucas Sanderson from Feyenoord for a year. I'm happy for him to go out there for a year if he's happy to go out. Still waiting for scout reports. We are approaching our first game of the season against Southampton. I'll probably only play the one game. I want to actually make a signing though, hopefully. Zach Jules wants to talk about his contract again, so we'll go have a quick look at contracts. We might end up just re-signing players instead of actually signing new players. No release clause. He wants 14. I mean, I'm not sure about 14. I'll offer you 10 and 220. How about that? Still wants 14. How about 11? Bringing down the 12 then. Come on, be reasonable here. We're bringing down the signing bonus even more. Fine, you know what? Fine, you can have 14. I'm sure that's going to open up a whole can of worms, but hey, you got to re-sign players. Zach Jules is now happy. Show you worth it, Zach. We've got scout report as well. I will negotiate. Let's negotiate, because I'll see if Ajax actually have any players that we would be interested in. Obviously, we know they have a lot of young, decent players. 85 rated for Anthony at the minute. Don't think any of them are going to be swapping for Andy Rimmenhotter. I'd love to try and get Kudus off of them, but I don't think they'd go for a straight swap there, to be honest. So we're probably out of luck on that one. Don't actually play. They've still got Onana in their team as well. 88 rated. Do I just try it? Do I? Nah, he's 30 years old. What if we go Lisandro Martinez, right? Hear me out. What if we offer... See if they'll go for a straight swap. Nah, I didn't think they would. I'm probably not doing these how I should. However, I'd prefer to do something that I find interesting than just accept the fact that, oh, they're going to buy my player for a price that I don't really want to sell them for, or have them walk out anyway. So, you know, it's just one of those things. Youth lads are still growing. We've got more training. I don't think we're going to have a signing in time for the Southampton game. We might have some negotiations on the day, but we will have to wait and see. Just put a quick scout on them. We're gonna be going into the Southampton game with pretty much exactly the same team. Loads more scout reports coming back though, like I said. Luke Jeffcott wants to play. You'll probably come off the bench, Luke, but you won't be starting for sure. Matundo and Mavididi. That's interesting. Well, no, he's the same rating as Mavididi now, but he's 2 years. I think I'm actually going to go in for Mbuemo and see what we can get him for. He's valued at 27 million. I know this isn't a player that we desperately need. However, him being just going down with Burnley, I want 39. I'm definitely not willing to pay anywhere near 39. 29.5. I'm going to take some time to think about it. Yeah, like I said, I know he's not a player we desperately need because we're trying to look at the fullback positions. Kaleta, I think I want to go in for, but I think he's too expensive. Well, we'll leave it for now. We'll see what Burnley say on the other end of that. Teddy Mengi will play through it. He's our best centre-back right now. I mean, there's absolutely no way that I'm dropping Teddy Mengi. You're crazy if you think that's happening. And see if Barrow can get a result in their first season in the Premier League. And welcome to a game that really should have pulses racing. I don't know if I'm allowed to show these. I remember there was word of copyright for these.
And there are a few more enjoyable days on the football.
That's not Nick Pope, is it? No, he went to Watford. Ralph Parson Hootle. Maybe we can put 9 past Southampton like the other day. I doubt it. We're sticking with the Old Faithful team that brought us up. Obviously, we haven't made any... Why is that music so incredibly bloody loud? That is... What is going on with that? Anyway, we're sticking with the team that brought us to the Premier League. We haven't made any signings yet, as you've seen. We're staying patient with things for now. Not rushing out to get loads of signings. Lance Harris in goal. Sumohoro, Zach Jules, Tom Beadle, Ted Mengi, Ben Williams along the back. Roman Hotter, Austin Gale in the middle. Elliott at Cam and Chaplin and Adamu up top. Our Old Faithful team. Let's see the Southampton lineup. It's Angus Gunn in goal. Jan Valery, Stevens, Gagnon. Didn't see that guy. Mama Balde, Lamina actually playing for this team, which is quite interesting. They have got Alisson Player and Danny Ings up top. Maxwell Cornet on the bench. Wald Schmidt as well. Leon Hart. We know, like we said, with every promotion season so far, it's going to be tough. Last season, I think having Brighton to press us was very beneficial to us. 69 rated is going to be a struggle for him in this league. Austin Gale's going to play that one through to Junior Adamu. We're going to try and find it back. What a ball from Chaplin to Adamu. Adamu, in our first game of the season, has opened our Premier League account, has opened his Premier League account. Struggled in the early part of last season in the Championship to get going, not having the same problems. That's an absolutely beautiful ball, as Lee Dixon was just saying, from Connor Chaplin. What a ball, what a finish. Barrow in the Premier League have their first goal.
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. The ball with James.
They're good in possession, as you would expect, Southampton. Good ball there. Player now coming through onto Ted Mengi, but Ted Mengi, as I said, is our best centre-back. However, Austin Gale, as our best player currently, needs to be doing better there, and the mistake does lead to a ball through to Alisson Player, and Southampton are going to equalise. We get the tea celebration from Alisson Player. Quite like that, to be fair. I'm not even mad. It's a great ball there from Lamina, and it's a good finish. We know it's going to be a tough league. Alisson Player equalises in the first game of the season for both of these teams. William Hotter finds a good ball to Chaplin. Sumohoro is going to burst through, though. We know he's so good at this. Or try to cut it back to Chaplin. Or Elliott. We do win it back. Austin Gale's going to get this on the edge of the box. I tried to power one there, float it into the far corner. Sorry, not power it, but it's just keeps rising. We're going to rely on Austin Gale a lot while he's still at the club. We're definitely gonna. Well, Williams has absolutely sat down Valery there. We're going to cut this one back. I wanted that to go to Adamu, but they've tried to find Elliott. To Adamu, can't find it though. Williams wins it back. Tom Beadling. Roman Hotter. Connor Chaplin making a good run. Can Connor Chaplin open his Premier League account? No, because it's a very good save by Angus Gunn. The defender, Jan Valery, I believe it was, then puts Angus Gunn under a lot of pressure by playing it back to him. And we win the throw. Roman Hotter out on this side now. Oh, I tried to find the ball to Austin Gale. However, as I played the ball, Austin Gale made a run. Zach Jules is winning the ball, but then giving it straight back. Alisson Player is going to get a chance to run at us. No, it's going to be Balde instead. Tom Beadling gets there, but it goes back to Balde, and Balde is going to finish it and give Southampton a 2-1 lead. We've had some challenges in there that Southampton just keep winning them back off of us. We can't really do anything about it. Again there, Tom Beadling gets the ball off Balde there, but it deflects back to Balde. And Mama Balde is going to give them a 2-1 lead, and they're probably going to be able to take that into half-time. A lot of added time from the referee there, but we can't do anything. I did also see Zach Jules picked up a knock there, I believe. He did. We are going to bring him off for Jonathan Panzo, just because I'd prefer to keep a fresh player out there than an injured player. That's the ball that we wanted. Through to Junior Adamu. Can he finish? Junior Adamu has blown it. What is he doing? We've already seen him score this afternoon. I don't even know if it's afternoon. Don't know why I've said that. We've already seen him score this game is what I wanted to say, but my head took me somewhere else. It's going to be a change here for Southampton. I can't believe he's blown that opportunity. Barrow off. Sims coming on. Sumahara wins that one, but it falls to a Southampton man. They're very good. Their midfield is very, very good. Oh, that's a good ball through, and it's going to be 3-1. And we're going to lose our first game in the Prem. I've accidentally skipped the celebrations. We're going to have to make some changes here because something is not working. We're going to bring Luke Jeffcott on. They are very good in possession, Southampton, and they've given us a lot of problems because of that fact. Not really got the runs here. Buckley coming into the box now. Can roll inside. Oh, I tried to find that ball to Sumahara, but we don't find it. We're going to take a loss in our first game in the Premier League, and Southampton are just trying to hold on to the ball. Rimmenhotter's going to go in. But yes, unfortunately, our first game in the Premier League, we take a loss. It's 3-1 loss to Southampton. Unfortunate for us to take our first loss already. However, Andy Rimmenhotter's development has finally finished. He's finally an official central midfielder after all of this time. We will now put him in for some extra training as a ball-winning midfielder. We will see what is going on here. They've now decided to put up the price of Mbeumo to 41 million. I'm definitely not going to be paying that. Zach Jules out for 5 days. Doesn't look like Sumahara's. We have a 101 million offer for Junior Adamu. No! Oh, I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. Keep your feet on the ground, Luke Jeffcott. You didn't really do it. 101 million. I feel like we could get more. 20 million? Let's see what they say to that. No, they don't want to let Mason Greenwood go. Anybody else in here that I could potentially pick up? Dele Alli could be an interesting one. Scott McTominay. They've got Ruben Diaz. They've got a lot of centre-backs at their team. Jesus Christ. Goulion could be in. You know what? Let's just go. I've done player swaps too often. I want from you, Tottenham. I want 180 for Junior Adamu. You're willing to go up to 140. I will come down to 175. Jose. Ah, they don't want to pay that. That's fine. That's a massive offer, though. Jesus. We are not going to go. We're going to reject this Mbeumo offer then, because I thought I could bring him in as an immediate replacement. I think, based on what I've just seen there, we need some defensive backup immediately. Now, I want Kaleta, but I don't think I can afford him. Del Fry is interesting, but again, he's not. Let's see if I can go in for Kaleta and get him on the cheap. I'm just going to walk away from that. I cannot afford that sort of money. My God. Yeah, so no on that one. Am I going for Ben White? Between 31. Let's go for Ben White. 25 is his valuation. We will go 27. and see what they say. They want 39. They're adamant at 39. I'll go 33 as my last offer. They've come down to 36. Let's be real cheeky and go 33.5. They're happy with 33.5. Right, let's negotiate a contract for you then, Ben. Would you be willing to bring that down to 30? They've gone up to 40. I mean, that's not how you negotiate. You've literally gone up from the initial price that you set. They're happy with 32. Right, so we do bring in a new big-time defender in the form of Ben White. That's a pretty huge signing for us, being our new signing. We will play this game against Fulham and then probably leave it there after this one for the next episode. Hopefully we can bounce back and play a little bit better. We started last game well against Southampton, but we quickly dropped off and started playing pretty badly towards the end. Austin Gale, our new captain, now that Tom Beadling has dropped out of the team for this game away at Fulham. Might be Kennedy, I can't remember. No, it was Diallo, wasn't it? No, Quaison. Marek Rodak, Marlon Fossey, Udokai, Kulugola.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Brian at the back, Beltran Reed in the midfield, Iwobi, Onoma, Lago Jr. and Robin Quaison up top. Claudio Brava, I believe that's the one from... Do they have Piatek on their bench as well? You know our team, it's all the same aside from Ben White starting this game, but making his debut literally after only signing a couple of days ago, but we sort of need him in there. So Mahara needs to stay Onoma on it now. Quaison, Ben White's first involvement, doesn't really get near the ball though. Gone from Panzo. Oh, they've carved us up there. Oh, Harris, you should not... Harris should not be getting beaten there. They play it very well around us, but Harris should definitely not be... What are we saying? Harris should definitely not be getting beaten there. This, boys, could be a very long season. Panzo doesn't do well to track his man. I'm not actually a huge fan of Panzo. I think he's probably been my bust signing that I've made. He's not been great for us. But, once again, a worse start than the game at Fulham. Austin Gale has not been good recently either. He's definitely struggling out there as well. Elliott's holding on to it. You've not really got any options. Rim and Hotter, you're too slow out there, mate. You've got to be a little bit quicker on the ball there. Falls to Connor Chaplin. He can scoop his man. Opened up some space. Not sure that wasn't a penalty. However, we do go into half-time 1-0 down. This is not how we wanted to start our season. Only one shot in the entire game so far, and it's been a goal for Fulham. Back to Rim and Hotter again. We're going to try and find Sumahara out wide on this one. Chaplin's going to come forward with it. Find Elliott or not, but does. Sneaks it through to Adamu. Come on, Junior. Let's go. Second goal of the season for Junior Adamu in the second game of the season. We are back at 1-1. It has been incredibly tough to break down this Fulham team so far, but we do get it. Elliott manages to find Junior, and Junior just powers it into that far corner. Right, boys. Now, defensively, we need to be more sound. Tried to play that ball that we played last game against Southampton to find Junior Adamu's first goal of the season, but this time it doesn't come off. Junior coming forward with it. We try and put a challenge in with Sumahoro, can't find it. However, Sumahoro will get beaten to that one. He needs to get back in there, doesn't. Oh, there's a header at the back post. Williams, what are you doing, mate? You've got to track your runner. Oh, Jesus. Our defence is poor.
Derek, it's like the manager's scored.
We are 2-1 down. 2 shots from Fulham, 2 goals. Williams is tracking him the whole time, and then the last minute just doesn't go. And Harris has to be better. We need a new keeper. We need a new keeper badly. We have been saying it for the past couple of seasons, but Harris has shown up at points. This season, no, he's not showing up. He's going to find Williams. He can find Gale again. He can find us good passes. But why didn't Adamu shoot? I've only pressed shoot and he's not done it. Jesus. Oh, it's a great shot from Junior Adamu. It's a great save from Rodak. I think we're going to be denied and we're going to lose our second game. Good ball to Oliveira again. They're in the box. They're just going to hold on to it, I'm pretty sure. If we don't do anything about it. Oh, what is that ball? Okay, the boys are just not... They're not at it right now. That's our ball. They're going to bring Aiden Allen on for the last minute. I mean, I doubt he'll be able to do anything on this team. But, hey, it's worth a punt. Austin Gale to find Aiden Allen. Aiden Allen actually finds his way into the box. Aiden Allen! Oh, Mark Rodak again! This is the difference between having a top-tier keeper and having Lance Harris. That's a great strike by Aiden, but it's a great hand by Rodak, and he's earned them the point. He's really earned them the point. Oh, the 3 points. Ah, shit, man. 2 losses in our first 2 games of the season. Oh, this is not a good start to our Premier League campaign. We sit with alongside Manchester United in the bottom 3 right now with 0 points from 2. That is not how we wanted to start things at all. Yeah, Jonathan Panzo, I actually think I am going to put Jonathan Panzo on the transfer list because I don't think I am interested in playing him anymore. He just does not do what I need him to do. Ollie Dawson already ground by 3. 2 losses from your first 2. That is not how you want to be starting your season. I wonder if they allow either of these boys out on loan. No. Right, we're going to wrap up this episode here for now. Next episode, we have games against West Brom and Watford, probably the only games that we'll play, and then we'll start doing month by month after that. So thank you for watching a very painful first episode, and peace.